Hi guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another current household. Those are words I never thought would come out of my mouth again, but here we are. The last video on my channel was a current household, so I feel like it's only fitting that I come back with another current household. I could sit here all day and talk about where I've been, but honestly, that's not very interesting. My household is, so I think we should just go ahead and get started. So my family is currently living in Sunset Valley 2nd Edition. This is a world that you can get off of the Sims 3 exchange. I will be sure to link it down below for you guys, but I really enjoy this world because I love Sunset Valley, and this just allows you to play in Sunset Valley but have more lots. You can have your sim join the acting career because they have the building for it. So yeah, I really like this world. And I think they mix this world with Twinbrook, if I'm not mistaken. I think some of the families from Twinbrook are in this world. But yeah, so my Sims used to live right here, but I built them a new house and they now live over yonder pretty much by themselves. But I really wanted them to have a huge house to live in. So if I don't want to build them a house for generations to come, I can do that. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the house. So as I said, this is the house that I built them. I did try to make a speed build, but I'm very out of practice and I got overwhelmed, so I just stopped. But yeah, I built them a pretty large house because I want them to be able to live in it for a very long time. Like I said, I just want multiple generations to be able to live here, you know, grandkids, etc. So that's why I built a house this large, and I really like it. So let's go and get into it because I know that I used to love to see the houses. That was the most interesting part of a current household to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and go inside. So this is the entry area. We just have a double staircase, nothing too crazy. And then there's a second entry area because when you have a house this big, sometimes you just end up having a lot of hallways, etc. So we have a second entry area. And then over here, this is the formal living, or the great room, I guess you could say. Because the house is so big, again, you end up having a lot of rooms. So we have this room. Over here, we just have some awards and incense from travels, just because this is a well-traveled family and a well-played family. So yeah, we have the family room. And then over here we have the dining room. These columns were initially archways, but they weren't able to sit in all the chairs, and that was annoying me. So I changed it. But when I have the walls down, it doesn't look, I don't think, as bad. So yeah, dining room, if I didn't show that well enough. And then over here we have the kitchen, which I really like. I actually really like this house. And this is the first house that I've built in probably a few years, honestly. I haven't built a house in this game in a really long time. So yeah, we have the kitchen. I just think, oops, sorry. I just think it's so cute. And I love this little stove from the store. Look how cute that is. Are you kidding me? So yeah, that's the kitchen. Okay, then if we go over here, we have a little hallway area. This allows you to go outside, but then it also leads to 2 bedrooms. So this is I guess you could say a master per se. This was for one of their sons that moved out. He was living here with his wife, so I made sure that they had a bedroom. So their room just looked like this. It's really cute. Maybe it'll become a different room, I don't know. And then they just had a bathroom, a little ensuite. And then over here is the bathroom for the nursery. So I just put little duck wallpaper. I think it's so cute. But yeah, nothing too crazy. And then over here is the nursery. I kept it really neutral because I want this to be the nursery for pretty much all the kids or all the babies that are had. Sometimes I think it's so annoying to create nurseries, so I figured if I made one that's pretty neutral, all the babies could live here or reside here, and I don't have to change it. So the son that I moved out with his wife, they had a baby. Preston was his name, or is his name, and this was his room while they resided here. Okay, going on the other side of the house, we just have a little hall bathroom, nothing too crazy, a little half bath, and some bookshelves. This is a very, these Sims are avid readers. Then we just have a hallway. We have stairs to a basement, which I will show you. It is unfinished. And then, we just have some artwork because the heir of this generation, she was an artist. Over here is the actual family room. This is where they can watch TV. It's a lot cozier, which I really like. So it looks like this. I really like this room. And then over here is the office, because one of my Sims, he is a writer. So I wanted him to have a nice office. And then we just have all of their accomplishments here, quite a bit of stuff, a lot of high school diplomas, especially because some of these I'm sure are from like previous generations, maybe. I don't really know because this is 8 high school diplomas. So I don't know, but that's the office. And then across from the office, we have the master bedroom. It just looks like this, very simple. When I built this house, I did have in mind pretty much the next generation. But I do like the master bedroom. And then we just have the master bathroom, which is actually kind of small when you look at it in comparison to the a bathroom upstairs that I'm going to show you guys. And then this is just the hallway to get to the master. Then here we just have a like mock mudroom, I guess you could say. I didn't really know what to do. This was a very long hallway. So as I said, I made it into like a mock master. I mean, not mock master, a mock mudroom. So yeah, we just have that. Oh, I didn't know they had the second computer here. What the heck? Well, anyways, so yeah, we just have that. And then over here is an arts and craft room. As I said, the heir for this generation, she was an artist. So she did sculpting and painting. So I wanted her to have a room for this because in their old house, she actually did most of her sculpting outside. So yeah, I wanted her to have an actual room. And then we just have a home gym next to that. And then over here, we just have the garage. She did have a car. I don't know what happened to it, so that's quite unfortunate, but whatever. And then my Sim, he has a garden. So yeah. Then if we go upstairs, let's see. So let me just give you kind of like a bird's eye view of the upstairs. So we just have a little loft area for the Sims to watch some TV if they want to. Then we have 2 extra bedrooms over here and then 2 bathrooms. Each bedroom has its own bathroom, which is really nice. And then 2 more bedrooms. This is going to be a bathroom. Honestly, I got so tired of building this house. I was like, they can stay empty. So yeah, a little foosball table, then a hallway. And then this is, I guess, sort of like a skill building room, you could say. So we just have the potion table, we have an inventing table, and then that has its own bathroom. I wanted this to have its own bathroom because, you know, like when your Sims are using this thing and they like explode or whatever, they need to shower when they get singed. So this is nice because they can go shower right away. And then this is, I guess, like a little, I don't even know what this is. Again, this house was so big that you just have like a lot of spaces. So you have this room, and then this enters another master bedroom, I guess you could say, because this is for the heir of my 3rd generation and his wife. So that's their bedroom. It's pretty big, but I really like it. And then they have a crazy bathroom. It's so large. But yeah, I like it. So that's their portion of the house. And then if we go outside, they have a nice pool. They have a big backyard. And then this is like a little gazebo sort of thing. You can step down into it. I just haven't finished it because, as I said, I got so tired of building this house. It took me so long and I was like, I'm done. So I let this alone, but I will finish it one day. Who knows when that'll be. But yeah, and then they just have some chairs, and then they have a hot tub, and then they have the little putting green thing from Showtime, and then a cute little elephant sculpture that one of my Sims sculpted. And then, yeah, so that is pretty much it for the house. Now we can get into the Sims. Okay, so we're going to start with the family tree. I think that'll make a lot more sense, especially because I am playing with pretty much the 3rd generation. So when I first started this current household, I don't remember when it was. I have been playing with them for a few years now. I maybe started playing with them in 2022. I think it was 2022. I want to say it was. So when I first started, I started with Mr. Boston Matthews. So I started with him, and what did he do? I think he went to university and he got 2 degrees, as you guys can see at the bottom here, but he's been dead for quite some time. So I started with him, and then he met, Margot Matthews. I made her and moved her into Sunset Valley. And then they had 5 children. So they had, I can't see their names. I don't know. My screen's like jacked up. It's from my reshade, but anyways, they had 5 kids, and I decided to play with Amelia, who was their 4th born. And not Amelia, sorry, Olivia. So this was initially Olivia Matthews, but she got married, and we will get into her husband later on. But this was honestly, she was one of my all-time favorite Sims, and she actually just died, as you guys can probably see. And I meant to film this before she died, but I thought she had more time, so I'm really sad, because I honestly enjoyed playing with her so much, probably more than I've enjoyed playing with any Sim in a very long time. I don't know, she was just so fun, and I had her complete a lifetime wish that I'd never completed before. It was just, I don't know, I really enjoyed playing with her. So, yeah, so again, her parents are Boston and Margot. And they initially lived in just like plain Sunset Valley, but I was having an issue saving my game, so I had to move them to a new world, and that's when I chose this version of Sunset Valley. So talking about Olivia here, I sent her off to university, and she completed a degree in fine arts, and then her lifetime wish was to master the inventing skill, the sculpting skill, and the painting skill, so I had her do that. And this, guys, Olivia made us bank. She made us so much money from sculpting. I had her join like the sculpting career, being self-employed. And I think she almost made $1 million or 1 million simoleons, no joke, from just sculpting. Like, oh my God, she made us so much money. So I miss her so much. And maybe just because she was like a cash cow, I don't know, but she just made so much money. It was insane. So she would sculpt, she would paint, etc. But yeah, so when she died, I was just like, okay, let me go ahead and film this current household, because I meant to do it beforehand, but here we are. So, Olivia was also very well traveled. She went to France, China, and I think Egypt as well, but she only got level 3 visa in France and China. So they do have vacation homes in both of those. And if I feel like inserting some pictures of them, then I will. If not, oh well. So yeah, she was just so much fun to play with. She was very, very, well accomplished. And I think that was so much fun. So then when she went to China, she met Lee. So this is her man. He's an elder. He's going to die soon. Let me give you guys a close up. Oh, Mr. Lee. So this is Lee Yao. His lifetime wish was to be a a leader of the free world, which is to reach level 10 of the political career track, which he obviously did complete. He is athletic, daredevil, flirty, a smoozer, and he's friendly. His favorites are Latin, spaghetti, and white. And as I said, he's gonna die soon as well. Well, he actually might live for a while because he's mastered athletic, and I think that allows Sims to live a little bit longer. But, yeah, so that's Mr. Lee. As I said, he is a leader of the free world, and he still works. I know he's an elder, but he just doesn't need to retire, because what is he going to do all day? And he only works like 3 days out of the week anyways, so he can work until he dies. And he makes us a lot of money as well. Whenever he does go to work, he does bring home about 5,000 simoleons. So these Sims, they make some money. As you can see, they have quite a bit of simoleons. None of this has been cheated. I do not play with cheats. That's the one thing I love for my gameplay to be a challenge. So, yeah, I'll also show you guys another source of their income, but that is Mr. Lee. So then, okay, what is going on? Okay. So then, Lee and Olivia, they had, what is his name? Oh, what is his name? Guys, why can I not see? What the bleep is his name? Okay, so, Lee and Olivia, they had Oliver Yao. This is their firstborn. So, he is married to, I don't know her name, but he has a wife and they have a teenage son. So that's his little family. And then they went on to have Lucas, I think is his name, if I'm not mistaken. And he ended up with Lisa Bunch. So it's now Lisa Yao, but, this is Lisa Bunch, and they met in high school, I think. So they were high school sweethearts. And then they had Preston. No, is this Preston? What is it? Yeah, Preston. No. What is his name? It's not Preston. It's Andrew, I think. I can't see, guys. I think it's my reshade. It's doing some weird things. Let me see if I can find his name. Andrew. Yeah. So they had Andrew. Sorry. No. Yeah, they had Andrew, and then Oliver and his wife had Preston. And then, yeah, Lucas and his wife had Andrew. Make sure his name was Lucas. I'm pretty sure it is, but yeah, Lucas. So, Lucas and Lisa actually did live with us for a while. This was their room over here. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So this was their room, and then this was Andrew's room when he was a baby. So they lived with us for a little bit. I was actually able to complete, Lucas's lifetime wish. That's how they actually did live with us for quite some time. But then once, I decided to move, what is his name? Jasper's wife in, or girlfriend in. I was like, okay, y'all gotta go. Like, it's time to really focus on the next generation. So yeah. And then last but not least, Olivia and Lee had Mr. Jasper here. So this is the heir of the third generation. He's actually kind of handsome. Okay. Hello. So, where was I going with this? I forgot. Okay, yeah. So technically there actually are already 4 generations. Hold on. Because, you know, they've had kids, but I'm only really starting to play with the 3rd generation. So, this is Jasper. He is a young adult currently. I play with my Sims for a very long time. That is another reason that I'm able to accomplish a lot, because I play my Sims, their adulthood and young adulthood combined. It's probably like almost 200 days, no joke. I like to play with my Sims. Anyways, so this is Mr. Jasper. His lifetime wish was to be a chess legend, so master the logic skill and become a grandmaster in chess, which he obviously did complete. And so since this was his sorry, I'm talking so fast. Since this was his lifetime wish, I didn't really know what career to give him. I kind of wanted to do something that I'd never done before, or that I hadn't done in a while. But since I had never completed this lifetime wish, I was like, okay, we can do kind of a simple job. And since they are business owners, which I will show you guys, I wanted him to kind of work in corporate America to maybe sort of emulate the fact that they were business owners. So I did have him join the business career, and he is a corporate drone, which is level 4. A little bit about Jasper. He is adventurous, excitable, a vehicle enthusiast, a light sleeper, and lucky. And his favorites are Pop, Stew Surprise, and Hot Pink. These are his skills. He has mastered a few skills. And yeah, that's pretty much it with him. Nothing too crazy. As I said, he did complete his lifetime wish. And now we can move on to his gorgeous, gorgeous wife. Let me show you guys. She's so pretty. Oh! Huh. What the heck? What the heck? Oh my god, why is she so mad? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can show you guys her. Cause, oh my gosh, dude. Okay. Hopefully she's less stank facey now. Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh. You guys. She is seriously one of the prettiest Sims I've ever made, I've ever seen. I just think she is absolutely stunning. Like, are you joking? I can't. So this is Bella Yao, but this was actually initially Bella Bachelor. So she is the daughter of, I don't know their names. I can't see. No. Yeah. Simus and Jocasta. So this is actually, I guess, supposed to be Bella Goth, as you guys know, but I snatched her up. So now she's, oh my god. And I'm so glad I did, because she has no business being this gorgeous. But anyways, I snatched her up. So now she is Bella Yao. Jasper and Bella met in high school, and then Jasper did ask her to go to prom. And then when they went to prom, they started going steady. So this is my girl Bella, and I am obsessed with her. So her lifetime wish is to be a world-renowned surgeon. And I hadn't played with the medical profession in a while, except I actually think that Olivia, I think her dad, Boston, I think that was his lifetime wish as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I just decided to select this, and because I think no, never mind. Okay. Anyways. So Bella, she is brave, clumsy, bookworm, good, and lucky. Her favorites are French, Ratatouille, and Red. She is a gene therapist, which is level 7 in the medical profession. And she is actually hopefully going to be pregnant soon, which is so exciting. So they're going to start the 4th generation, which again, yes, the 4th generation has already started, but I'm not going to touch these Sims over here. I'm not going to touch Preston and Alexander. So no, Andrew. I don't even know their names. So technically I don't count them because they won't be touched. But anyways, so yeah, that's Miss Bella. She has a few skills. She mastered logic already, which is great because she needs it for her career. And as I said, like, I play with my Sims, so I've had quite a bit of time to go ahead and get her skills up and whatnot. And then they also went to France for their honeymoon. So I need to like put some of this stuff away. And I really want her to get level 3 visa in Egypt so they can get a vacation home there. I would love for these Sims to have a vacation home in all of the destinations. I think that would be so much fun. And then I don't know if I showed you guys the basement, but let me go ahead and show it to you guys. As I said, it is unfinished, but I do want to, put the nectar making thing down here because I got it when they went to France for the honeymoon. I bought them one, so I really want to put that down here so they can make some I was gonna say make some France, so they can make some nectar and have like a really good collection. I would like for them to have an expensive nectar collection. I think that would be cool. That's sort of my plan. But yeah, and it's honestly so sad because Miss Olivia, she had the lifetime want to become a grandparent, but she died. And I just kind of wanted them to live their lives a little bit before they had kids. But then once they rolled the want to have their child, I was like, okay, yeah, let's get them pregnant. And she died. It was so sad. She literally just died yesterday. Like, I'm not even joking. And so after she died, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get my stuff set up so I can make a current household. So here is her urn. It's big, as you guys can see, because she was an accomplished Sim. So I'm not too sure why she died. I think I'm just going to have to make sure all my Sims have high athletic skill. But most of the time when my Sims become elders, I'm kind of done playing with them anyways. So I don't really care when they die. But I was not ready for Olivia to die. Like, I'm actually so sad. But yeah, and then last but not least, I just wanted to talk to you guys about how there are other sources of income. So they own quite a bit of venues around town. They own the bistro, the grocery store, the movie theater, the bookstore, the spa. They own the like corporate towers. They also own the stadium and they own the science facility. So that's another reason that my Sims are also like really rich. They have 500,000 simoleons, which I'm sure they've had way more, but I'll buy them expensive cars. And then, like I said, I'm buying these venues. And then I also, have purchased some vacation homes. And then this lot here, I really want to try to make this into a resort because I haven't had my Sims own a resort in forever, but I don't know if this is a big enough lot. I'll have to see because I forgot what all the resort lot entails. So I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my current household, you guys. I wanted to mention a little bit inspired by KingKupid, I think is his YouTube channel. I will link his channel down below for you guys. He made 2 videos. It's been a few years now, unfortunately. I wish he was making more Sims videos, but he made 2 videos, one talking about his leprosy and then another one talking about trying to make Sims millionaires. And so I kind of got inspired and I was like, oh, I want to do the same thing. So yeah, but like I said, I will link his channel down below for you guys. But yeah, that is it for my current household, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video and hopefully there will be more to come. Bye, guys.